Aidan, very nice to have you here today. Why don't we kick things off? You can tell us about who you are and what you do.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me. My name's Aidan. Run a LinkedIn and Twitter ghostwriting and appointment setting agency. We essentially just help B2B founders get more leads with LinkedIn, grow their presence on their LinkedIn, Twitter. And yeah, a lot of what we do is content writing. So a lot of long form LinkedIn posts, Twitter threads, tweets in general. So yeah, content is a big bottleneck for us in terms of being able to sign more clients, get more people in our agency, and obviously scale. So yeah, Ezekiel helped us out with a really cool automation, and yeah, it's helping us a ton.
Right on. Yeah. I know there's a lot of content and sort of social media agencies that are trying to, like you said, embrace this technology, but if you just use it out of the box, certainly are a few constraints that you need to sort of wrestle with. So why don't we go back to the beginning? Maybe you can tell us how did your process look like, specific constraints that you were seeing, and then how we ended up helping you.
Yeah, so the process initially is we'll have interviews with my clients. I record those meetings, take the transcript, I plug it into Claude, get the ideas, get the initial draft of the post, and then I go back and forth from Notion to Claude, from Notion to Claude. From there, we really, really edit it, because I think AI is a great tool to kind of draft out your initial thoughts. I know some people think, otherwise. Some people even just like copy and paste straight from Claude, which I don't think is a good idea, but I think it's the best of both worlds where you can combine a human and AI, and then you can really, really edit the content and make it human with having AI like already set you up nicely with a good format and a good like post structure. So essentially, a lot of it is done in Notion, a lot of the writing and editing. But before I was going back and forth, taking a lot of time to like copy and paste certain parts of the transcript and turn it into posts. Whereas with this automation, essentially it removed all of the inefficiencies of going back and forth. So when I would hop off an interview call with one of my clients where I asked them questions, essentially the automation would just zap everything into right into Notion, like in a calendar, so where I can just head in there and it's just all set up perfectly. And now all I need to do is just go edit the content and then ship it. It makes things go faster, it makes us more efficient.
That is a huge alpha that we see nowadays in businesses, whereby you have everything siloed in like Claude, then you need to copy and paste that over to your other platforms. So essentially the goal there was to sort of tie everything together, because there's so many softwares and applications that we rely on, which is fine. Like they're good products, but they don't talk to each other. So that's one of the things that we wanted to solve. Talking about the efficiency and sort of time savings, I know we discussed that a little bit when we were starting out, sort of mapping out this process. How did that translate into hours saved, into potential for onboarding new clients? Because I know it's that was very important for you to be able to get more capacity without necessarily increasing the overhead of your company.
When I get a transcript, first you need to ideate all the posts, and then you need to actually take each post and individually put it through Claude, saying, hey, okay, write this one, and then now write this one. Because if you say like write all of them at once, like usually the output isn't great. So yeah, you have to go one by one. Like let's say you have 10 ideas, go here, and then now write, and then copy and paste the Notion, and then write number 2, and then copy and paste the Notion. That just takes like 2 to 3 hours per month per client, which is like in the grand scheme a ton. So saves a ton of time, and that time can be added towards my favorite part of the business is, scaling it, growing it, making valuable YouTube videos, making lead magnets, doing things that are going to actually move the business forward. I'm hiring out right now as I scale. I have writers that are going to help me out, but I can hire less writers, which is, obviously good for margins. And then B, if I do have to like write any of the content, it takes less time. So then I can allocate my resources more towards scaling and growing the business. So super, super valuable there. Yeah.
That is what we want, right? That sort of extra layer of capacity for you to be able to scale your revenue or your operations and whatnot without necessarily having to scale your costs. So what's one piece of advice that you have for other people that are on the fence of working with Tecna, specifically working with us?
Yeah. First of all, Tecna, like the entire team just was super, super, super professional. They're extremely good at what they do. Like most people think they know AI, but all they do is just use like ChatGPT to ask questions. Like the depth of knowledge goes really deep, and I think that's super important when trying to solve a problem like time efficiency with AI, because it's hard. You can't do it on your own, and that's the thing a lot of people I think don't understand is like you need someone who actually understands it. This isn't like a service business where you can just kind of start from scratch. Like you guys really do understand the craft that goes into AI, and you guys are trusted by some of the best names in the space that I know personally, and I really trust. So in terms of the experience, like it was phenomenal. Couldn't recommend it enough. Team was great. Service was amazing. They really do know what they're doing.
Really appreciate it, man.
Of
Okay, so
course.
as we wrap things up, anyone that would be interested in a killer copywriter and a ghostwriting agency, where can they find you?
If you want to build a presence on LinkedIn, build a presence on Twitter, start booking calls on there, or hit me up on LinkedIn, Twitter. If you got any questions there, happy to answer anything. But yeah, man, appreciate you having me.
Absolutely. Okay, that's a wrap.